Hi, Baos. Welcome back. And we are going to continue talking about San Francisco because we had so much fun.
So we're recording?
Yeah.
I just had to ask this time since you started recording.
Isn't it recording?
I'm just asking.
You're the one that
see, you don't get the joke. Every time I press start, you ask, are we recording now? So this time...
I don't actually ask that.
I don't know. Maybe you do, maybe you don't.
I don't.
I've
it's
been
just
drinking,
in your brain.
and we're continuing from the last thing when I was drunk. So this is going to be interesting. I don't know why she decided, let's keep doing this while you're drunk as shit.
There is so much to talk about.
We could get it another day.
And if we waited, we're going to forget about
See,
stuff.
I'm dripping booze on me.
It's a very So, if y'all have
brought to you by Ingenious. No, I'm joking.
We love Ingenious because they have cool beers, they're chill people, they have good vibe, and also because they fill the beer to the brim.
Like you pop it, I popped the top and it splashed on the foot. From here to where it is right here to on her foot where it is right there. That's insane. That's way too much booze in it.
They fill the cans to the brim.
And it's an 8.2 alcohol. So it's not
it's a
your regular
boy.
beer. Yeah, and it's a tall boy.
Is it 16 ounce?
Yeah.
8.2.
But yeah.
And
So anyway, let's get to the San Fran.
So
where do we stop?
San Francisco. We need to backtrack slightly because we forgot. We forgot to talk about a couple things. First, we went to Chinatown.
We said that.
Yes, we talked about this. And we found something that I have never in my life found. Every time we go to a touristy place, anywhere that sells souvenirs, I would check. It's just like, it won't be there. It won't be there. It's impossible. And apparently, San Francisco is calling my name because literally, and we'll have to put a bigger one up there in the bag. San Francisco, Chinatown,
she found a souvenir.
Shop. It's my name. Literally spelled exactly perfectly my name.
Alisa.
California license plates. The Golden State. Alisa.
Nowhere else you'll find that. I really do believe that nowhere else, like a tourist city, you'll never find that.
The closest we'll find will be like Alicia.
That's not that doesn't count. That's what I mean. You won't find that. There's nowhere you'll find. So it's just like if you don't buy that, I'm gonna
I had to buy it.
You.
But I can never say that they never make my name ever again. But
we've been to so many vacation places. Like I said, we've been together since 2007. We've been to so many vacation places and so many small towns and all kind of crazy places that sell souvenirs
everywhere.
Disney, Universal, Six Flags, all these different places.
We check everywhere.
Nowhere has her fucking name.
Isaiah.
My name you can kind of, and nowadays you can kind of find it because some celebrities, basketball players, and things like that have my name.
It's a biblical name, so.
But that don't mean shit. It's because celebrities now have that. You try to act like that means that. No, that don't mean shit.
Celebrities are named Isaiah because they are biblical names.
I get you. I get what you're saying.
But my name is, I think, a Russian name because
it is. I've looked it up. It's Russian.
Yeah, but my parents made it up. My parents literally made it up. They wanted to name me Alice, but they wanted to.
I don't like that.
They wanted to name me Alice as a Alisa. That's how it's phonetically translated to Chinese. And then they were like, no, we wanted to be named Alisa. So Alisa.
I like that better. I don't like Alice. You're not a fucking Alice. I'll tell you that right now.
I've met other Alice star Chinese. I've never met a Lisa.
You're not an Alice, is what I'm telling you. There can be other Chinese people named Alice. You, ma'am, are not an Alice.
Alice is a more common name, and they decided to name me an uncommon name.
I like it. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's a Russian name. It's actually, there are several. There are a bunch of Chinese people named Alisa now because of a pop star
That's why you found that in Chinatown.
A Chinese pop star.
That's why you found
Taiwan.
That's why you found that in Chinatown,
California.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe that's why my name is in Chinatown.
Yeah.
But yeah, San Francisco is calling my name literally, and that was coined by my brother. Or no, was it Victoria that said the city is calling your name? Anyway, yeah. So Chinatown, San Francisco, we found Alisa, and we actually visited the Golden State Fortune Cookie Company.
X-rated fortune cookies.
Anything made of fortune cookies.
You want to eat one right now?
Yeah.
Read your fortune.
Which one do you want to eat?
You eat the chocolate covered one.
I was thinking we should split them and read fortune.
Nope.
Okay, fine. So
You eat the chocolate covered
if
one.
other people know me, that I always say, I joke that I don't like fortune cookies. It's not I don't like it. It's they're not Chinese, but they are from San Francisco. They are originated
They're San
from
Franciscan.
They are originated from San Francisco, and is a very big tourist.
So should I eat chocolate, strawberry, original, or Thai, or green tea?
Matcha, you mean?
Matcha.
Oh. There are two chocolate ones because the one
There
in the
are
package.
This is one chocolate,
no,
and
the
that's
original. Oh, we have one flavor each. Cool. I think you should eat.
Strawberry.
Okay, strawberry it is. So, not only did we go to the San Francisco Golden Gate Fortune Cookie Company, which is very iconic, and apparently every single celebrity, whether you're a sports star, you're an actor, or you're a politician,
Vice president.
everybody goes to visit them, and they have pictures of everybody.
This is strawberry. It has like chocolate drizzle on it.
But it's pink. It has strawberry flavor, like cookie. So yeah, they have the craziest fortune cookies, including apparently some adult.
Oh yeah, they have X-rated. We didn't get those. I wanted to, but we didn't get them.
They have. I think you have the special. I don't know if they always have it. Like you have to request it. It's not out.
No, because they had them at the corner store. When we went around the corner at Chinatown, they had them in another place.
Yeah, but they have.
They had them at like a little
purchased it.
souvenir shop.
But at the shop, they just had a sign that says like X-rated.
X-rated.
And
They
you
were
had
in
to-
there.
Huh?
They were in there. You could buy them. You could pick them out and buy them.
Oh, I thought it was only a sign.
No.
I thought you had to ask them for it.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, it smelled delicious. You walk up to the store and you just smell like cookies, and they have people hand rolling cookies continuously in the back.
This is fucking delicious. It really tastes like, so it's not an instant strawberry taste. It's an after effect of when you chew it, then you taste the strawberry. But my fortune says your energy is at a peak. Channel it into creative activities like a podcast. They don't say like a podcast. But let's read it in French. Voice estes al sumun der voter energie. Calizes larveurs der activities creatives. I didn't read that correct at all, I guarantee you.
Yeah, because French, every other letter is like silent or something like that. But the shop is delicious. They hand make them.
Smells wonderful.
They have
Kind of rushing, kind of pushing.
They have cool variety. Like there's chocolate drizzle. We bought 3 boxes. We bought a dark chocolate drizzle. We bought and they have variety packs. So like
Chocolate dipped.
we bought a chocolate dip one that was dark chocolate and white chocolate.
Yeah, I was
dip.
gonna say, yeah.
And then and they have sprinkles on it too, like it's the hearts. But then we got a white chocolate drizzle. The third box was white chocolate drizzle, and the chocolate drizzle ones are all different flavors. So like the matcha, the chocolate, the strawberry, and so like they don't have one with matcha, strawberry, and chocolate all in the same box. They always have an original one and then 2 other flavors.
Yeah, so we had to get like 3 because we wanted all the flavors.
Yeah. We're greedy.
We're not
And-
greedy. We just want to taste everything.
And they also sell medallions.
We don't know if we're gonna ever come back here again, so we got to try everything.
They also sell medallions. So Alex and Victoria
Alex bought
bought
the sesame seed medallion.
Yeah, so they're basically fortune cookies without rolling them, without fortunes in them.
I didn't care for those too much.
Because they're sesame seed
No,
flavor.
I didn't care for those too much.
I mean, they're still delicious. You just are not a big fan of sesame seed all the time.
Nope.
Anyways, those are cool because you get to eat a whole bunch of them without like having
A
that.
fortune.
Oh yeah, like because the fortunes are not always necessary. It's just you eat their cookies.
You can't just pop the whole cookie in your goddamn mouth because it's goddamn paper inside.
But also like
I would just like to be able to. No, I'm greedy. I would just like to be able
you
to pop
can
a whole
buy
goddamn
a
fortune cookie
huge
in my mouth.
bag of the medallions. You cannot buy a huge bag of cookie because a lot of it is air.
But what I'm saying is, they can make a cookie and not have the fortune in it, and I could just pop the whole cookie in my fucking mouth. But they don't do
My
that.
point about medallion is space saving. It's a
But I
bag.
can't
You
just
get a
shove
whole
that in my
bunch
mouth
of
because
it.
it's a medallion and it cuts the size of my mouth. I tried it.
Why do you want to shove it into your mouth? Oh, why don't you
Because
chew?
holding things is fucking.
Why don't you chew?
I do in my mouth.
No, you don't. You don't chew enough. That's why you get heartburn.
Y'all just saw me chew that goddamn fortune cookie.
He
I
gets
just chewed it.
heartburn, and he realized if he chews more, he doesn't get
Why you
heartburn.
gotta be telling all my bigness on the damn cast?
So when you walk into a cookie shop, yes, they're a little pushy because they see a lot of tourists. Like
So first of all,
constantly
before you say that, hold on, I want to say, we passed by the motherfucking cookie shop. I took a picture of the alley with the cookie shop in the alley of the cookie shop and did not see the cookie shop in the alley that I took a picture of in the cookie shop. We passed by it and was like, we should have passed by it already. Where is this place
Google
at?
Maps says it's around the corner.
And Google Maps says it's where we already passed. I was like, oh, I took a picture of that alley.
It's very unassuming.
I took a
We went
picture
on a
of the
weekday.
goddamn place and did not see
We
the
went on a
damn
weekday.
place.
He took a picture of the profile, like of the whole entire alley.
The
not
whole
front,
alley.
not the front of the building, because
But
it's
the
the alley.
sign is in the alley, babe. I took a picture of
Yeah,
the
but
sign.
we went during early in the day, like in the morning times, around 10-ish on a weekday. So people are at work, so they didn't have a line.
All
like
I'm
they
saying
usually.
is if you go and you looking for it, it's very unassuming.
If-
you could pass it by.
No, but when
That's all I was
Alex and Victoria went on a Saturday,
Because it was a Saturday and it was business day.
I know.
So
it
you
was
ain't
a
gonna miss it.
Saturday, so there was a long line of people around.
Yeah, you ain't gonna miss
so
it.
I'm so glad we went when it was unassuming. Like,
I like going, and that's another thing I like about going on vacation with you. Is like we go to vacation places like during the week where there's not a lot of crazy shit, and by the time it's the weekend, we're kind of like ending our things. So we're like, we've done everything that like other people want to do, so it's kind of like we're just chilling out on the weekend and shit. I do appreciate that because I do not like waiting.
oh, we went on Sunday. It was Sunday that we went
just
with
saying.
Alex and Victoria.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
just
they were really busy. They had a long line. So my fortune says, just be yourself. You're wonderful.
Now read it in French.
No,
Read it in French.
I'm not going.
Read it in French. I read mine.
I can't.
You have to.
I can't.
You have to.
I cannot.
Read it
I
in
can't.
French.
I don't know how to read.
It doesn't matter. Oh, you think I know how to read French? You think that was correct, that what I just did? You think that was any one of those words that I said was correct? Because I would guarantee, I would put $1,000 that not one of those words that I said was correct.
Okay.
Read that.
Retes fidele a vos memi vos tes magnificat.
There you go. And
I
that was in
don't know
French.
what.
May your lifetime be magnificent. That's what it sounded like you said to me. If my French is correct, I think that's what you said.
Sure.
Yeah.
It says be yourself, remember?
Yeah. Yeah. And be magnificent at that.
But yeah.
Anywho, so, where we at?
So we finished that day about you know.
Painted Ladies, right? The Painted Ladies Day, right? The
We
Doritos.
did, yeah. Well, no, it was
Pupusas
Chinatown and everything.
Dorito. Oh yeah, we had the pupusas outside. It was super full. Okay, next day.
We don't have to go day by day.
I'm just saying. What's next?
What was next? So we went. So it was Friday. So the next day was Alcatraz.
That was. So I'm gonna use two words that are totally opposite from each other. That was horrible and great all at the same time. And it was great because Alcatraz is a cool place and it's kind of eerie because they let you walk into the cells and things, and you can do like the audio tour and like people tell you like, this is my cell and I used to be in here.
They did a
this is
very,
what
very
we do
good
and all kind of
job.
shit like that. So it's kind of eerie and it's
Hold
kind
on.
of scary.
They did a very, very good job in storytelling. It's like an audio play. The guided, your ticket to the Alcatraz include a ferry. By the way, if you ever want to go to Alcatraz, be very careful on what you buy because there are people who do quote unquote Alcatraz tours that's not from the official, and all they
Just do
is
just drive you around the island.
all they do is a cruise ship around the island. We went to the official one. So the ticket includes a ferry to the island, and it's a free roaming island. You go and you can roam around, do whatever you want.
Free fucking tourist spot.
Yeah.
If you have a free roam like a goddamn RPG game, you can just free roam.
It's very interesting. I guess
It's cool. I like
you
that.
You can go anywhere. You can. There's no.
They have
secure-
some places that are shut off for your
There's
safety
some
and stuff
places
like
that.
that.
Like are chained off, saying that
It's
restricted.
not safe for your dumb ass to
your
walk through here.
Yet there's nobody there to tell you not to do crazy stuff. So it's free roam, but
Don't do crazy stuff, y'all. Well, I
But
don't know
if-
why she said that.
I just find it interesting. I just find it interesting how free. Like you go to a museum, you go to anywhere, people.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
know.
very
I know what you're saying.
restricted.
I feel like they got cameras. I feel like they have cameras somewhere.
Oh yeah.
I feel like you can
Of
see this
course,
shit.
but at the same time, it's very free. Anyway, but when you go to the main cells, which apparently the Alcatraz prison area is really small compared to the island, they don't have a lot of cells. There's only one
It's
area
weird
of
being
cell
in the
blocks.
prison, y'all.
But they have
It's
a
weird.
beautiful audio tour where it's audio play, where it's a story of there's
Excuse me,
people
I'm sorry.
playing voice actor playing the guards that were actually there. Like they're retelling this from the guards' perspective. I don't know if they actually recorded the guards.
I think those are the people that were there. I
You
don't
think
think
they-
those are voice actors.
You think they scripted?
I think those are the people that were
I'm
there.
surprised they don't sound older.
I think that's been a minute since they've been doing that. Because they sounded super. So you got to think about it. These dudes were young when they got put in there.
I feel like
These dudes were not
Yeah,
old when they
but
got put in prison.
I thought the voice would sound older. Sound like they're in their
Some of them do
60s or
sound
70s.
older. Some of them do sound
I don't
older.
know. I don't know. I feel like it's interviews that they retold. Anyway, it's
Whatever.
it's
It's cool as shit.
it's narrated. It walk you through the thing.
Like, go
and
to
then-
this cell, and inside this cell is this, and
yeah,
this is what we
and
used.
then
and
supposedly we're listening to some guards and some prisoners,
Mm-hmm.
and they were real people, whether it was their voice or just other people acting as
a
them.
voice actor doing the testimonial.
They were real testimonials. There were people incarcerated there, their experience. There were people work there, their experience, with the added of guiding you through, like, this is where you stand to see certain cells that they were decorated. It was amazing.
It was cool as shit. Now, the horrible part was that for some goddamn reason, we show up at the time of a goddamn fly infestation on the goddamn island for some reason, and it was just fly. Like, we called them flies. I don't think they were flies.
They're not.
I don't think they were flies.
I think they're different species.
I think
of
they were
flies.
freaking water bugs, some kind of water bug that was on the prowl or
But
mating or
it
something.
wasn't that
at
bad on the
time.
island. It was very bad on the ship, the cruise ship that took us to the island.
Shit, it wasn't bad on
It
the
wasn't
goddamn
not
island.
that bad.
When you and Kaylin went to the restroom and we were sitting there waiting for y'all, that was the worst time I spent on that island. Because we sat on that bench and that was all that was there was just like bugs. Just every not even 2 seconds, every 5 seconds, you had to swipe something
So
every
maybe
5 seconds.
It's just that specific area. So
No.
you didn't go to the top deck of the cruise ship. That was the worst.
I did.
You
When
go-
we
you
walked
went and then
up
you
there, and I looked up there, and I was like,
and
"There's
then you
no
left.
seat." I know, and I was like, even if there were seats up there, I was like, "I'm not sitting up here.
I
There's too many
stayed up there
goddamn bugs."
to take some pictures. I don't know how Caitlin sat up there for the whole ride there.
I don't know how
Because-
anybody sat up there
because it was fly central.
It was.
I think there were flies.
infestation.
They were just a different species of flies
It
than
was
we're
an
used to.
infestation of goddamn fly, whatever flying bug that just
I don't
love
know,
the
but
fucking
the rest of the time when we were on the island, there weren't that much of them. There were some,
Dude.
but not that bad.
dude.
Now, maybe
When
it's
we
the
went
birds.
inside, they were not bad at
But when
all.
we came out and we went,
Anytime you were outside, they
no,
were
when we came
fucking
out,
horrible.
When we came out by
Agree
the
to
light,
disagree.
by the light, what's it called? The light tower. What's it called? Light state.
The lighthouse.
Lighthouse. Thank you. When we were by the lighthouse and you went down to the garden and came back, I wasn't like being pestered by them.
I was.
I wasn't.
They were terrible. It was, and even the guards were like, we don't know what, because when we were leaving on the boat, when we were in line to leave, I was listening to the tour guide that was introducing the island to the people that were coming off the boat.
The next round of
next
people.
group that were coming off the boat. He's like, I don't know what's going on. For some reason, we have all these flies here today. He's like, we apologize for this. If they don't know what the fuck's going on, that's an infestation. That's something weird's going on here. Like,
Okay.
it's not.
I thought
like,
it was normal for
No.
them because we saw not quite as bad, but we saw a bunch of them when we were out in the wineries.
even that remember the black tour guide when you left?
the one that
he
talked
was
a
like
lot.
he's like, dude, we don't know why there's so many. He's like, we apologize. It's just way too many. He's like, there's a bunch of flies and we don't know what's going on. Why there's so many flies here?
They seem to always have flies. It was just really bad
Yeah,
that day.
it's
And the
fucking
reason why
terrible.
I think they normally have flies because on the ship when we were leaving the boat, going toward the island, I realized they had a Tupperware bucket of like basic fans, like
Fly swatters. It was
they
like
call it
little
fly swatters, but they're fans, they're paper fans. So I guess it happens normally, but it was just ridiculous that day. It was some of
But
them at the wineries when we
Other
went.
than that, but those were different. That's what I kept telling everybody. Like, these are different. These are not
They
the
look the
same.
same.
No, they did.
They look the same to me.
They did not look the same. Flies have fat little bodies, right? These were slender all the way through. Their whole body was slender. They were not the same species as like house flies you see. It was
I'm not
not
saying
the
they're
same.
houseflies. I said the winery ones are skinny too.
No, they weren't. Those
were.
were those were like house flies.
No.
Those were the same.
No.
Those were the same. But anywho, that was cool. Other than flies and shit, Alcatraz
And
was
apparently,
a blast.
Alcatraz Island is like a bird sanctuary.
That
Full
was
of
that was my
birds.
next show. I was like, you could see you could just stand out and just like see birds everywhere, and like you can see the old place where the old house where the what did they call them? The warden.
The burned
used to
down
live,
warden
the
house.
warden house where he stayed at. No, I've never felt that before. It has an eerie feeling to it. Like when you hear people say like you walk into somewhere and you like feel like weird like vibes and shit. I don't know if you felt it, but I did.
So
like when
I
I
didn't
walked in,
feel it.
when I walked into that, like when you were in that cell and they were talking about like the solitary confinement place,
So that was my question for
and
you.
I walked into that fucking place.
Were you like
Yes,
for me
go
to
ahead.
ask you the question? I didn't walk into solitary confinement cells. You did.
Yeah,
I just peek in because the solitary confinement cells had double doors. I peeked in through the first set of doors. I didn't go through the next set. But you walk in all the way into the cell.
Yeah.
How did it feel? What was it
that's
like?
what I'm telling you.
I was about to ask that question, but you wouldn't let me ask that question because I didn't
was
go
getting
in.
to it. It was weird. Like it was like I said, it was an eerie feel. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's a weird thing that comes over your body. Like, oh shit, this is a place where who knows was in here, or who knows what kind of guy was in here, what he was doing in here. It's a weird, like, it's just, I don't know how to describe it. I can't, like, like I said, I've never felt that before.
You weren't thinking, like, what happens when they close the door? It will be so dark in
Yeah,
here.
that fucked me up. Like, I couldn't imagine myself being in this place with those doors closed, the wind from the fucking ocean blowing in here and all this kind of shit. And
But when they close the second set of doors, you don't feel the air, you don't see
but that's
the
what
outside.
he was saying. Remember, he was saying
You
in
just
the
hear it.
in the audio tour, he was like, man, all you could hear was like sometimes at night, all you hear is the wind blowing through here, and it would get super cold. And that's when I was just like, holy shit.
What
that would
I thought was
suck,
the most
dude.
depressing.
That would suck.
What I thought was
The
the
New
most
Year's.
is that just in general that it's so quiet on the island, right? It's a prison, and when the wind blows correctly, they just hear the people having fun.
Yeah,
partying
that's what he
the
said
other
on New
side of
Year's. He
the
said on
bay.
New Year's we would hear women laughing and having a
It's
good
not
time.
only the
and
New Year's,
the
but yes,
fireworks
especially the
and things
New
like
Year's.
that. So you could hear it coming on. That would be depressing as shit. And that's what I mean. Like when I walked in that cell, I was like, it's a feeling that comes over you. You're like, I don't know if I could do this. Like you don't want to think about like suicidal thoughts and shit, but you're like, I don't know how I could do this. Like you're in here by yourself. There's nobody else. Even the guy next to you can't talk to because there's a fucking brick wall on the side of you and you can't really even talk to that motherfucker. Like you can shout shit, but you ain't really having a conversation. That's fucked up. Like, it was weird. It was like I said, I can't describe it. I can't. That's why I wanted to walk in. That's why I had to walk in. I was like, something's telling me don't walk in here, but I was like, I have to.
So
like I have to walk in here.
I imagine crazy
It
scenarios.
was like something pulled me in there almost.
Well, maybe somebody's history pull you in.
Mm-hmm.
But so the reason why I'm afraid of heights is because my brain picture falling off the balcony.
You claustrophobic or some shit.
No. So what I will imagine is what if the doors close on me.
Yeah.
So
You don't wanna-
I don't do that kind of stuff because my brain imagine crazy scenarios.
So that part doesn't. So if
I will have let you out. Don't worry.
No. If we were there by ourselves, doing shit by ourselves, that would freak me out more than when we did it. Because I know if I get stuck in here now, I know somebody can let me out. But if we're stuck in here, if we're just me and you on this fucking island and I walk in here and these doors fucking close, that's gonna take the freak out level. I'm gonna fucking freak the fuck out. You get what I'm saying?
So Alcatraz currently is also running night tours.
Yeah.
Will you do a night tour of the island?
On a tour, yeah. Like, I don't know if I walk around like we did. Like, I don't know.
The
Like,
night
I don't
tours-
believe in ghosts, but I don't want to make something make me believe in ghosts.
The reason why I asked is so the night tour is slightly different than the day tours. I don't know exactly
How they let you do it, yeah.
how they're structured. All I know is it's slightly more expensive, and they have like sometimes special events.
I'm good.
Like they have on top of that. I just
I'm good.
when I was buying tickets, I was wondering, but I was like, yeah, let's go like around sunset time or whatever. We end up going earlier than sunset. We end up having an early
But it was
dinner.
a dreary day, so it made it kind of fucking creepy.
It was a dreary day. It was
made it kinda
pretty
fucking
chilly
creepy, yeah.
and windy.
It was no sun. There was no sun shining.
Before we went to Alcatraz, we had a lunch on the Pier 39, at a restaurant that is the exact same birth year as him. You see a picture right here.
A3, baby. I'm a 19,
So-
motherfucker.
It was kind of on purpose, and it wasn't kind of on purpose because
She let me pick.
I knew we were going to go on the Alcatraz tour on Pier 33. I know that we want to eat somewhere near there, so we don't have to figure out transportation, whether it's public transportation or finding parking, because my brother ended up having a car with him. He rented a car.
Which was fucking awesome.
It was truly appreciated. There's still walking involved because there's not good parking.
It was a really good idea.
I appreciate Alex for getting a car because it's expensive.
Mwah, love you, dude.
But it's expensive as shit getting a car in
parking
San Francisco
and all that shit.
So at the hotel, there's no parking. You can get valet parking, but it's like $60-some a night.
But it was cool that the last night though we were there. He was there though. That was cool.
No, second to last night. Only one day he got it free. But anyway, it's expensive. So your hotel parking is already expensive. There's a nearby parking garage that's like $40-some a night, or like a 24-hour period. In our privileges, our hotel has valet that's $60-some in our
day.
In our privileges. But not only that, is anywhere you go, you need to either find street parking for free if you can find it. You have to circle around forever to find it. Street parking paid, or garage parking that is like $12 an hour or something crazy.
Yeah.
So parking is very expensive. Since we were there for 7 days, we didn't rent a car because I knew ahead of time researching it's not worth it, because
it's gonna cost you more than it needs.
Even if we Uber every day, it might not be that.
It ain't gonna be as much as renting a car. Yeah.
And their fuel is expensive. Their fuel is like minimum of $5.30. Like cheapest we saw was $5.30, which it was like $3.30 at home.
We saw one that was $6.30. We did see one gas station that was $6.30.
That's why I said cheapest was like $5.30, and the most expensive was like.
But that was only one. That was that one gas station we saw.
That's the gas station on San Felipe.
Yeah, that's the equivalent of the San Felipe station there. Yeah.
Houston joke if you're from Houston.
You get it.
But yeah. So since they were only there for 3 days, 3 nights, they got our car, which is truly appreciated.
Very much so.
We were able to. We rode a streetcar because I thought it was important, since we don't know if we're ever gonna get back to San Francisco anytime soon or ever. We don't know. We love it. We want to go back. We want to live there. But it's like, this is maybe the only time we can experience this. Let's ride a cable car, which is a historical thing. A cable car, if you ever go to San Francisco and you've never been there, you go there to ride a cable car as a theme park ride. You're gonna stand in line to wait for the cable car.
A good 30 minutes.
Because they will come by you and they will be full already, or they don't want to fill it up because they want to pick up more people.
So it depends on which stop you pick. I kind of feel like depends on what stop you pick at the time of day and da-da-da-da-da. It's a lot of factors.
We went on a Saturday before noon.
Was it Saturday?
Saturday at 10 o'clock, like 10:30 in the morning.
I don't even know what day it was, to be honest.
But so it was plenty of people. It's like a theme park ride. You wait in line and they let a few people up each car at a time. And then we rode from almost the beginning of the line to almost...
I just thought about you talking shit to those people.
I wasn't talking shit. We rode from almost the beginning of the line to the end of the line at the Fisherman's Wharf. It was great. We went there and we met up with my brother and his girlfriend, Victoria.
Yeah, they met us at the pier.
They met us at the pier because they had just got in the night before, so they were kind of slow to start.
We found a lefty store. Look at that. A lefty store for left-handers. Yeah, we found that. Me and Victoria found that.
Even though they drove, we, like, in the pier area, you're going to park in the general area, and then you walk the rest of the pier anyway. So Alcatraz was 33. We ate at Pier 39, which is a pier with a lot of food and a lot of stuff, including the lefty store, including the Biscoff coffee shop. I had a yummy Biscoff ice cream bar, I guess. That's what it's like. Anyway.
We got gelato. Me and Victoria got gelato.
But it has a lot of cool souvenir shop. It was a Western store, and there was
a hot
food.
sauce place.
There was sea lions. Wait.
Yeah, the sea lions was outside
Yeah,
the
it's
restaurant. When we
pure-
ate, you could look out the window and see like the
So-
sea lions like
So
sitting
we
on by
didn't
somebody's
go.
boat.
We didn't go purposely to the area where sea lions congregate. They're at the end of the pier because we're going to Alcatraz. We didn't spend too much time on 39, but I knew we wanted to go eat on Pier 39 because it's not too far from Alcatraz. Right? It's like an 8-minute walk, casual walk. So
Yeah.
So ahead of time, I was like, Isaiah, babe, where do you want to go eat? Pier 39, I researched 2 restaurants I think will be worthwhile to go. They're actually owned by the same family, so their menu slightly similar. The 2 reasons I wrote it down for him in a message. It's like, I like this one because it was born the same year as you, and I like this
It was
other
born
one.
like a restaurant was born.
I didn't. I don't think I wrote it.
It was
out.
made the the year you were born, I think is what she said.
Anyway, and then this other one, they have a bigger menu. He did not see the message. He just saw the 2 choices. So he went and looked at the menu. He's like, babe, I like that one. I was like, okay. Did you see my message? Like, no. It was the restaurant that was founded the same year you were born. So we end up going to lunch to 1983 founded restaurant. And it's cool. It's on the pier. It has good view.
I had a triple shrimp platter.
He had triple shrimp platter. I had a sourdough bread bowl with clam chowder.
Twice that day.
Anyway, I'm still obsessed with sourdough bread. So yeah, and we from the restaurant we can see out onto the pier or the docks, I guess, where people's boats were docked, and there were just sea lions hanging out. I think I took a picture. I don't know if you can see the sea lion very well.
I'm sure I got one.
I have a picture. I think we'll have to circle or zoom in. But yeah, they're just chilling on the pier. I was like, hey, okay, I'm here. Like, they're literally where you'll walk on the docks to get to your boat.
Yep.
They're just chilling. They're not afraid of humans, it doesn't seem. And there were just people like outside the restaurant just taking pictures of the sea lions on the other side of the pier. So, yeah.
So,
Yes.
what was your favorite part? You have to pick it. You have to. What was your favorite part?
So, I will sound cliche.
Chinatown.
I did like Chinatown. And I did like Chinatown because, one, it's history. It's so I have,
It's the first Chinatown.
it is the first Chinatown,
It's the
but
first Chinatown in America. It's where Chinese people came to this country. You have connections there. There's no denying it. There's no like, oh, well, maybe. No. Yeah, this is where everything started. So, yes,
So-
I get it. Like, I get it.
it's weird. It's weird to be there. It's weird to see things. But in Houston, for example, even if you go to old Chinatown in Houston, there is no historical Chinatown. There's maybe a couple of restaurants still loving old Chinatown, Houston. Some like fish market that's still there, whatever. But they don't look
No, I
like
get
anything.
it. Like, I
They
get
just
it.
have
It's not,
Chinese
it's not
writing.
cliche. It's what's special to you. It's-
And there's delicious Chinese food. And then there's Chinatown is weird in San Francisco. I'm a first generation American. That means I immigrated here not by myself.
I was gonna say that's a lie.
My family.
I was gonna call you out on that. Wait a minute.
I personally, as a person, I went from Taiwan to America, had to go through the immigration process. Even though my parents were there as well, we were all first generation. We are a different generation, but we are technically all first generation immigrants. Alex and I and my parents, we're all first generation immigrants. Most of my cousins and my uncle and aunt are too, except one, right? So we are all, we all grew up in a Chinese speaking household. We all grew up going to Chinese school. We all grew up trying to keep our Chinese pride. San Francisco is a different place. There are people that's there for 3 generations, 4 generations, 5 generations. They're Americans.
They're
But
some of the first Chinese-born Americans.
but they're still proud of being
That's what I'm saying.
American
Yeah.
and Chinese. At the same time, we went to Chinatown more than once since we are so close. But specifically on that Friday when we went in the morning with Kaylin, met up with my third cousin for lunch, we walked around before stores were really open, see the empty Chinatown, and then we went back on a Sunday morning with Alex and Victoria where everything was going on. Literally, they had the street blocked. There were car shows on the
We
street.
saw Tai Chi.
Yeah, that's what I was about to talk about. There were car shows going on. Cars were not able to go down Grant on that day. They were just student volunteers at the cross intersection. When the light turned green for the pedestrians, they will block the cars with a little caution tape. And then there were direct people, and because it's such a communal space that they're like, okay, people are not careful and cars are going down the hill. So,
it was a different feel than when we went earlier on the week.
But it's the community out. And what was surprising to me is, not surprising, but different, jarring to me is, you see the older Chinese people, they're doing Tai Chi. There's a group.
They're in the middle of the fucking
There are
street.
a group of people. Like I said, the streets were blocked out. So there were a group of Chinese older
Should we
folks.
put the video here?
Sure. Why not? Video. They're all Chinese. They are all older. And they're all in uniform, doing Tai Chi, embracing their culture, embracing, pride of being Chinese. Yet they speak English to each other. Which, if you know
I get
the Chinese culture, no, it's not weird as in it's wrong. It's weird. It's just not expected because
No,
I'm
I
used
don't mean
to
it like that.
Houston
Yeah.
Chinese older people, right?
You speak your language to your people,
Right, but San Francisco Chinese people are full of maybe 3rd, 4th, 5th generation immigrants. Their family might have been here since the 1800s, or because their family were from provinces of China before the Communist Revolution, who are standardized Chinese. So before Communist Revolution.
Sorry, I'm not. It's not boring me. It's late.
And he's had a lot to drink.
Sorry, that seemed rude as hell, but it's not.
Before the Communist Revolution, Chinese wasn't standardized. So it's like, you meet Indian people and they're like, I speak Hindi, but I speak Gujarati, I speak Telugu, I speak something. So Chinese people speak Shanghainese, speak Sichuan, speak Hunan, speak Hokkien. They speak all these different languages. So if their family immigrated at that point, before the Communist Revolution, they came with parents or themselves knowing a different dialect of Chinese. Before Chinese is now Mandarin Chinese. Like now people say, oh, what Chinese you speak? They're asking you if you speak Mandarin or Cantonese. Technically, they're like bunch of Chinese languages. I don't even know how many.
Yeah.
Like Taiwanese people speak Taiwanese. There is a language.
It's like English though. There's a bunch of different dialects of English. Everybody don't speak the same fucking
yes
English.
and no. So English dialects, you can't understand people. You can't understand a British person. You can't understand Cockney person. You can
that you might not be. You
don't understand. I don't understand the accent, but the vocabulary is the same. The vocabulary is the same. When you talk about Chinese dialects, they're completely different.
Yeah, I get it.
They're completely different dialect. It's like, okay, English, there is a dialect of English.
Oh, wow. 43.
It's like if you talk to like English speaking people in Southeast Asia. There are some Southeast Asian countries like Singapore where they speak fluent English because that's part of their language in Singapore. But it might be really weird to you because they have Singaporeized language. But Chinese dialect is very different. So their common language is here in the United States English, because they might be Cantonese speakers. So like the restaurant, I spoke to them with Mandarin, and I know they're not Mandarin speakers, but they're restaurant workers. So they know enough food Chinese.
They didn't get my goddamn chicken I wanted. I got goddamn spare ribs, but okay.
I didn't get it. I
wanted that fucking chicken, man.
I ordered the spare rib because when you point at the chicken, I thought you pointed at the spare rib.
I was like, where's my chicken coming? And it never came. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on?
Look, if you know him, you know he will order spare ribs. I didn't realize when he was pointing, they were one next to each other, one on top of each other.
I specifically said chicken.
You do know there was like three conversations
I want
going
this
on.
This chicken. No, this chicken. I said that a bunch of times, and then the chicken never came, and I was very sad about that. But I didn't want to make a big stink about it.
But you should have said something.
I was very sad. I was very sad.
We could have ordered it. We ordered stuff after.
I was very sad.
We could have went back to it.
But nobody would have ate it. Everybody's like, "Oh, I'm super full." I was like, "Ah, well,
I would have ate it.
I'm not getting my chicken."
We got the rice roll afterwards.
That's all right. Tomorrow you can take me to fucking Bamboo House.
Okay.
And you give me some spicy chicken.
By the way, Houstonians, Bamboo House. If you haven't heard of it, I don't know how you haven't heard of it. People from Sugarland drive up to Humboldt to eat Bamboo House, which is ridiculous.
We need to stay on course. We have like 20 minutes left.
Okay. Anyway, no, that restaurant was delicious.
Oh, the three. What it called? What it?
Which one are you talking
The
about?
one Saturday night where we ate the goddamn the crabs and all that.
That's Sunday night. But you really don't know your days.
No.
So hold on. Saturday night we went to the.
What are you talking about?
No, I was talking about the one that the chicken and spare rib one. But anyway.
Chicken and spare ribs. Oh, the daytime with your cousin. Yeah.
But I think Chinatown was to me my favorite because it has so much history. It has food. It has that weirdness of like these are Americans. Like Chinatown is America. It's not China. Fortune cookies is American. It's not Chinese. But San Francisco, like it's a culture. It's a melting pot. So it has food. It has culture. It has people. We just saw line dancing. Cute line dancing. We just saw line dancing up and down the street because.
Is this the dragons or the
lions?
The lions. Sorry, is it the lions or the Tai Chi? We do the lions, right? Yeah, lions.
We did Tai Chi earlier.
Lions.
The lions. We were watching Tai Chi and I heard the drumming of lions started.
Let me tell you about this crazy ass lady.
We saw the lions. We saw the lions earlier.
No.
We saw the lions earlier walking past the Tai Chi people several times. I guess they were trying to figure out where to start from. And so this whole time when we were watching Tai Chi, I was listening for the drumming because the lions, when they start, they would start drumming.
The drumming, and it was like, I don't know if y'all remember them like Tom and Jerry cartoons with like the smoke and like grab him by the nostrils and it'll pull him by the nostrils. That's pretty much how this drum beat was doing to Alisa. This crazy ass lady starts booking it. Fuck me. Fuck Alex, Victoria. She don't care where we are at this point. She hit a drum and she's like, no, I want to go see these goddamn lions do this lion dance and I want to go do it now. So I'm going to run and I'm going to not stop until I get there. There is a street crossing And when I see her at the street corner. It is 5:04. She is at the street corner at 4. She's like, fuck this. I'm not waiting for this next light because I'm going to miss this shit. 3, 2, runs through the middle of the goddamn street. Now, remember, she said that there were guys that are holding up caution tape to stop traffic. They're like, okay, I guess we'll just hold this shit a little longer because this crazy ass Asian lady just decided to run across the goddamn street.
I was already across the street.
It doesn't matter. You missed the deadline, boo. You was like, no, fuck that deadline. I'm crossing the street. I'm not missing these lines. No. I'm in Chinatown, San Francisco. I am not missing this shit. And that's all I could see through your processing through your mind.
First of all, when I took off and left them, quote unquote,
all of us,
quote unquote, in the dust.
All of us. Left us all.
Hold up. He had told me, go.
I didn't think you was gonna go through traffic.
Go. And so
fucking Frogger.
He had said go because I had his phone. I was filming the Tai Chi people earlier. I had his phone, and then he told me to go. So I thought he meant go catch them for the film for the reel we want to show on our podcast. So I said, okay, let me go because I don't know when they start line dancing if they're going to keep doing this up the street or are they just doing it for a certain corner? I don't know that.
So
I don't want to miss
they
it.
They did stop once they got to the Tai Chi. Because the Tai Chi people and them were on the same street. They were going to collide eventually because the Tai Chi people were here and they were coming this way. So eventually they were going to collide. And once they got to the Tai Chi people, they actually stopped the line.
They walk around and then continue further up the street. So
and also the goddamn car show was on that same street.
Yeah.
It was on the same street. It was like 3 things going on at the same time. It was crazy.
San Francisco was very confusing to me. They have very eco-friendly EVs, a lot of electric vehicles everywhere. A lot of electric vehicles everywhere. Teslas, good lord. Robot driving, electric vehicles.
Which is crazy. Did you see a car going down the street with nobody in the fucking driver's seat?
And people sitting in the passenger seat.
Yeah, not even in the passenger seat, in the back seat. In the back seat.
Anyway, they have very, very green vehicles. And then next thing you know, you see muscle cars.
I want some of your wine.
Old school muscle cars.
Set a home.
And Sutter home.
That's what I said.
I thought you said Sutter.
No, I said Sutters.
Oh.
Continue.
Anyway, they have a lot of muscle cars, and we actually saw 2 different car shows. We saw car show on Saturday when we were in the pier area, the Fisherman's Wharf area.
And then we saw one.
And then we saw Sunday in Chinatown. And like they are classic, beautiful cars. They are muscle cars that are very gassing efficient, going up and down hills. I don't know how they do it with a clutch.
I do not know how to. I would not have no gas code, no no gas guzzle, with no $5 goddamn 30 gas. You out of your mind.
Yeah, but like they're interesting cars, but
it's an interesting city. Like just the mixture of everything. Mm-hmm. It's a mixture of everything. Like it really is though. It's a mixture of everything. It's a mixture of EVs and muscle cars and Chinese culture and American culture and sightseeing and fucking hiking, and we went to the garden and we saw fucking plants and all kinds. It's a mixture of everything. Like you can get a taste of everything there. Like, and you don't have to go far. Like here, like I'm not shitting on my city, but I'm gonna shit on my city for a little bit. Like for Houston, you have to go fucking far to do it. Like, if we want to go to the museum, it's a 45-minute drive.
So
to go to the museum.
That's the thing, though.
But we're technically still in Houston.
It's so small.
But yeah, it's so big.
From the tip of the Golden Gate Bridge on the San Francisco side, before you cross this bridge, from the tip of the bridge to the airport is about 18 miles.
Yeah.
18 miles
we did
does
so
not,
much in 7 days.
18 miles does not take us to downtown from our house.
Exactly. But we did so much in that 18-mile radius. We did so much in 7 days. We did. Well, okay. I'm lying
6
because we
days.
did go to Sonoma and Napa
Yeah,
and all
so
that
that's
shit. So
like that will take
that's
us
a 1 day, 6
to
days
like
then.
yeah.
So 6 days. We did so much in 6 days. It's ridiculous. And we still had so much more we could have done.
Yeah. Houston, I feel like even if you stay around the central of the city, you don't see that much stuff. There's not like unless
You don't get a mixture.
unless you just keep hitting museums.
Yeah, you don't get a
Like
mixture.
Houston
of
has
culture.
really good culture in the sense of museums. You just if you want to do like a 6-7 day of like museums, you actually can do that in Houston.
Yeah.
Like the Natural History Museum is awesome. The art museums are
But
awesome.
like when we went to
Manila is awesome, but
Golden Gate Park. The Golden Gate Park had so much things we could
so
do.
this
You
is
could
the
do
thing.
there.
Houston has parks, but Houston's weather make you not want to do that
so
very
fucking
long.
hot.
Herman Park is trying so hard to make it very friendly, very interesting, and they're doing a good job. But the Houston weather make you not want
want
to go.
outside. It's 103
And
degrees outside. I
Herman
don't want to do
Park
that.
Did some years long project that I don't know if they finished completely or just a majority of part finished, but it makes it really nice. And it has so
But
much
still,
to do. But
it can be so nice, but still,
it is
it's
so
not.
hot.
It's not
or
fun. It's
rainy.
nice, but it's not fun.
Yeah.
Like it can be nice, but it's not fun. It's not fun. It can be as nice as possible. But when you sweating, like me, I sweat. Humidity makes me. I figured that out. Like I'm not out of shape. I thought I was out of shape in Houston. Like I sweat all the time because I'm fat. No.
He sweat
That's
one
not
day.
the factor. The sweating factor
He sweat
is because
one
it's
day.
fucking humid and fucking hot here.
I packed.
So also that fucks with my self confidence. So usually I was a fucks with my psyche.
I packed a whole bunch of sweat
We
towels.
used 3. I lost
pa-
one.
I packed a lot of sweat
I
towels
miss you, towel. I'm sorry I lost you.
because I thought that he will need them because we will be walking around.
And I did.
And he daily carry sweat
I would
towel
carry
in
him, but-
Houston. No, he daily carries sweat towel in Houston whenever he leaves the house. Sometimes in the house he'll have sweat towel,
I don't even tell all my shit. Because I do have one right here somewhere.
but in San Francisco, I sweat the first day. And I was sweating because it's just a lot of moving around the first day because we're traveling and everything. I was sweaty.
Pulling luggage, like
Yeah.
you said.
So I sweat the first day. And he didn't sweat until when we walk up Coit Tower.
We were going up Coit Tower. Yep.
Because we walked like 800 steps.
Yep. That was the only time I
Oh.
sweated.
That's
Goddamn Steven. I thought you wasn't sweating. I thought you don't sweat. Yeah, bitch, you got me walking up like goddamn 700
But the thing about
steps.
San Francisco sweating is once you
Once you stop, it stops.
Once you
Once you-
get
yeah.
and if you don't even have to get indoors with AC because a lot of places don't have AC. Once you get into a shade, not a fully covered shade, just not direct sun.
Once you just
and
stop
you
being
stop
super
moving,
fucking active, yeah.
you cool down immediately.
Immediately I stopped sweating.
And you dry because it's not high humidity. They have a lot of fog. They call it fog. I just think it look cloudy.
If y'all know me, y'all know how I sweat.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like that
But
there.
they have a lot of fog, but it doesn't feel wet. At least the fog doesn't drop so low. It just make the sky look murky that you cannot see very far in the distance, but it doesn't
The
make
fog
you
don't
feel
come
wet.
into the city though. To me, it feels like to me the fog stays like on the bridge and on the ocean and all that.
I
kind
feel
of
like
shit.
it is over the city. It's just so high
So high up
that you don't
like
see
everything moves super fast. Like you look at the clouds are moving super fast.
I just
the time.
thought about something. Did you notice there's not a lot of like highway overpasses in San Francisco?
Yeah, true. There's no.
We
We didn't really
rode-
see any overpasses.
We rode one freeway when we rode the Uber or Lyft coming back.
Oh yeah. Coming from downtown, coming from the what was that? What would you call it?
The front porch.
Yeah, but what would you call it? Here? Suburban area.
Yeah, the suburbs.
suburbs,
Yeah, we
yeah.
went down to the suburbs. So he had me book
What you
this
think we
restaurant.
call COVID? That's what you think we call COVID.
So I thought at first, and then I remember the bus. I thought it's a bus. It's a tour bus because we were on the
Goddamn
bus.
dudes from Croatia. I bet you it was them. No, I'm just joking. I'm totally kidding. It's a joke.
We were on the bus with what 30, 40 people.
Yeah, who knows what we called that shit? Who
But it
cares?
was like what 30, 40 people, all travelers. People
And then we
from
went
all over
to
the place.
different fucking wineries and shit.
Yeah,
Who
but
knows?
we
what's-
also were in that bus, in the same bus.
Who knows when they
for
clean that
hours
bus?
and
Yeah,
hours
yeah.
because it was like 30 minutes to the lookout point, and then there are 30 minutes to the first winery, and then like 30 minutes in between each wineries and going to eat food.
I would
and
like
then
to
the
know how many
2
people on that
hours
bus
in the
caught
end.
COVID. I would like to know. I wonder if how many people. I would like to know how many people actually, if they even felt sick, actually took a test to figure out if it was COVID.
So if
and I doubt that's
Kaylin didn't end up with a fever and test, and
yeah,
told
if she
us,
hadn't told us, I wouldn't have taken a test when I came
yeah,
home.
if she didn't tell us she tested positive because
Which is
she
good
had a
because I probably
fever,
would have went to work and that wouldn't have been a good thing.
yeah, we wouldn't have thought about testing because
I wouldn't. Have.
I was having.
I thought it was just a head cold.
I was having minor allergies. For me, that's minor allergy. My nose was super runny, which you saw. I just wiped my nose earlier.
But you blow your nose all the time.
Yes, I wipe my nose all the time. It's just my nose was more runny than usual. But
I never have problems sleeping.
But I attribute it to the fact that we were outside a lot. We were outside for like,
and that's kind
half
of what
a
I
day,
could
every
attribute
day.
it to.
We
was
were
I was outside
outside
too much in the cold.
for
I just thought
half
it was
a
in the
day
cold.
every day. It was windy.
Yeah.
So I was like,
that's what I thought it was.
I'm
too.
very bad with pollen. So that's what just it. And the thing is, it flared.
But it was the day after we went to the woods and all that.
It
and all
flared
that,
2 days.
Yeah.
It flared when we were in Alcatraz, which you're like, oh, it's wind. Oh, I say it's windy, and you're like, it's dusty. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense. And the second time it flared for me, that was when I feel like I need to take a second allergy pill because I take it daily, is when we were in the botanical gardens, which I was like,
and that's why I didn't trip. I was like, yeah, I'm just.
we were in the
we were in
botanical
Alcatraz, we in the goddamn
gardens.
gardens. I was like, oh, I'm just feeling sick. It's just allergies and shit. I'm not used to all it. I'm touching flowers and shit. And then Kane came home and she was like, I took a test positive. Like, shit.
So yeah, a lot of people don't test nowadays. But this thing is, Alex and Victoria didn't get it. Steven and Sai didn't get
No.
it. And
So
we
I don't
had
feel like
close contact with
Your cousin didn't get it.
Yeah, my cousin, the third cousin, didn't
Yeah.
get it. So
But it's because we vaccinated too, though.
we're vaccinated, so we don't pass as
Yeah.
much. Get vaccinated not for yourself only,
But
but
for
for
other
other
people.
people as well, because you have less chance of passing it when
Yeah.
you're vaccinated. So like we share food.
We was
eat
sharing beer and drinks
we
and shit.
We eat family style. We're tasting each other's beer, and we rode in Steven's car. So and
Hugging
rode
up
in
all
Alex
on
and
him and shit,
Victoria's
taking
car.
pictures and shit. And
Yeah, and we were with Alex and Victoria 2 days straight.
yeah, and they didn't catch it at all. So,
So
that's good.
yeah, I'm glad other people didn't catch it from us.
Because we didn't know. We didn't even know.
Yeah. Oh, I felt bad exposing other people when we didn't know, but at the same time, we didn't know.
And we didn't pass it, so I don't feel bad no more.
So
I felt bad too, but then when you was like everybody else we were around didn't catch it, it makes sense to think that it was either the Uber or the wine tour, because that's the only thing that we did together, all three of us, before we started grouping up with other people.
yeah,
and shit.
so I think it's a wine tour.
I kind of think it was public transit, but whatever, dude. I don't know.
The reason
Who
why I
knows?
don't think it's a public transit is there's a lot more airflow in public transit. It's not that close, enclosed. Buses are not airtight.
But
but
if you think about it, when we got on that bus,
we weren't on the
I thought
bus.
about it. They had all those windows open on that bus. They
Yeah,
had all the
they were
windows
not
open on that
airtight.
shit. Yeah.
Because the weather is nice, so they don't close the windows. Public transits are not very airtight. The subways are airtight, but they're big. They're very long.
And that's why I think it could have been a
ventilated.
subway. That's what I was thinking when I said public transit was a subway. But,
But we only rode that one
Whatever.
train that was underground and then above ground really fast. We didn't stay in there long.
no, we rode from
To
the
the front
airport.
porch. But that's without Kaylin.
True.
Um,
True.
and
But who knows, man? Who cares?
anyway,
Whatever.
the only reason why I thought it might have been Lyft because the fact the driver was coughing.
But I had my mask on.
Yes, and he had his mask on too.
I remember putting mine on before I even got in the car.
No, you were sitting down. You said, "Let me put on my mask as well." Yes,
because I remember putting the food on top of the car, and I was like, "Let me put my mask on before I get in the car," because I had that food in my hand, and I put it on top of the car, and I was like, "Make sure I take this food off the car, because I'll forget and get in this car and fucking drive off." Anyway, that's why I remember.
So, flip the question to you. What's your favorite part?
Fried chicken. No, I'm joking.
So the front porch that he kept talking about, that's the only thing he picked.
I'm joking. So to be honest, I really like spending time with Simon and Cy and Steven.
He just said.
I really like spending time with Cy and Steven.
Besides the fact that they tried to kill you going up the court tower.
Yeah, that motherfucker tried to kill my ass. But that was cool though.
The koi tower, because of the spiral, those stairs were giving me the spins. I was getting very dizzy.
You know what my favorite part is, but I can't say it. So, but besides that, my second favorite part was probably spending time with them, because we haven't seen them in so long.
Yeah. So
so I'm not gonna lie, I miss those times. Like, those are probably my. Don't take this the wrong way. But I feel like those were our funnest times together when we were with that group, when we hung out with that
old work
group and
group.
did things like that.
I joined,
and I missed hanging out with him, even though I did not like that motherfucker in the beginning.
I joined
because I thought he was
company.
trying to take my woman.
I joined a company fresh out of college. We were already dating at that time. Fresh out of college, a company liked to hire young people, with no bad habits from previous jobs, that are like open-minded, innovative engineers. So Steven and I both went through the program of spending 6 months in Mexico. So he was the person I would talk about all the time, because we were together all the time and he was at home. And so they weren't that friendly when they first started to get to know each other after I got back from Mexico. But it was a fun group because we were all young.
We were all in our 20s, early 30s. We were just having fun. The only person that really had kids was Mike. That was the only person that really had a kid.
Mike.
And he would just leave him there because he could survive on his own.
You just say his name too. But
there's so many fucking Mikes.
There are a lot of Mikes. So Mike was never one of the young ones. He just liked to hang out with us. I think he didn't like the snooty, older,
Yeah. Mike. So they're one of my favorite people to hang out with. Like, to be honest, I love hanging out with them.
Because there are people who, after they became parents, didn't just become
parents,
a different person.
They're still cool. They still hang out with.
They realize that husband and wife still need to hang out and have fun and go on trips. That wife will go on girl trip and husband will go on guy trip.
And why don't you ever go on a girl trip and why don't I ever go on a guy trip?
Who do you have to go on a guy trip with?
Wow, she just said I don't have friends.
You have friends, but they don't take guy trips.
Yeah, we're broke. Sorry.
No, but B takes trips. But B takes trips with his wife.
Like me and you.
I take trips with you. So,
I do want to go on a trip to Vegas with Jay, with my uncle. I do want to do that. And we need to figure that out.
Okay. You should go on a trip to Vegas with multiple uncles, I think.
But anywho.
His uncles are like cousins because they're about the same age.
Yeah. But anywho. Yes. Those were some of the funnest times that I had.
So why don't I have...
So, I don't know. I liked everything. There's nothing I can, besides...
You like the weather.
Yeah, besides the other thing that I said I won't mention. Besides that, we'll scratch that off. I liked everything.
He likes that things are... not conservative. Don't want to say liberal because it's not necessarily liberal that make things good, but they're not so snooty. They're not so conservative in San Francisco.
It's open-mindedness.
He grew up in Texas.
It's
in
open-mindedness,
Houston, and it's restricted. It's old-fashioned.
They have an open mind. They have an open mind about a lot of things. It's fine. Like, even the cops are open-minded about things. Like, that's...
Yeah, it doesn't feel like I don't know if there will be racial violence with cop and citizens, but it didn't feel like they
So
were.
I'm gonna be 100%, 100 with this one, and nobody can tell you this besides another motherfucker that looks like me and is like me. When I would pass by cops, it was a different feeling. It really was. It wasn't a feeling of, oh shit, let me just walk past this motherfucker, not make no sudden.
Like look down.
Yeah, it
don't
was just like, hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing?
have a smile on your
and
face.
And they be like, hey, what's up?
Hands
it
out of
wasn't,
the pocket.
yeah.
Or,
It was a different feel. Like, and I'm not being funny about it. I'm not being fake. I'm not trying to just say things because it was California. No, I actually felt that way. Like when I walked by a cop, I don't give a fuck what I had in my pocket or what I did earlier, how drunk I was. It didn't matter.
You weren't super conscious about your actions.
Oh, maybe it was because I was on vacation and I felt differently. I don't know, but it didn't feel the same as being at home. I tell you that.
Did it matter that the cops are diverse as well?
Probably, yeah. You saw Asian cops, you saw woman cops, you saw
Hispanic
black cops. Yeah. You saw all kind of cops. Yeah. So yeah.
I mean, you have that in Houston, but you also have majority white cops in Houston. And it's not that Houston cops are bad, but
you also have self-hating cops down here.
Oh, true.
It don't matter what they are, black, Hispanic. It don't matter.
I don't know.
You have those or not even self-hating, like urban hating. We'll say that urban hating cops that just look
feel
for
like
specific.
I have passed that stage in my life. I have grew out of that neighborhood, so then he judges those neighborhoods.
Yeah. I didn't feel that when I passed by. Even at like you said, super fancy places that we passed by. I didn't feel like, oh, this dude's looking at me weird or something like. Oh, when we went by the fucking subway station in Mission, I didn't feel like the cops was looking at me differently because I had on a gold chain or walking with a bunch of jewelry or I had a bunch of shit. It just felt different. I don't know how to explain it.
So for me in Houston, like the cops that I feel like are friendly are the Asian cops, but also because I meet them in like when they're hired for Asian community organizations.
Events.
Yeah. So like I know them. Well, I don't know them, but I know them.
And that's a different thing that people don't think about. Like cops that do private events tend to have a different feel to them. Mm. Like that's always been a thing for me. Like cops that do private events, they just there to have that extra. Yeah, they there to make that extra cash. Yeah, I got a badge on and a gun and shit, but you here to have fun. Have fucking fun, dude. Like don't do no crazy shit, but have fun. Go ahead. I'm just here to make sure no crazy shit go down in the parking lot's cool. And that's how I feel about it. And that's usually this feel I get. So private event cops, I've never had a problem with a private event cop. Not once in my fucking life. Mm-hmm. It's always been on the beat or traffic stop or something crazy. It's always been that. It's never been like somewhere where this dude is paid to be here.
Mm. Yeah, I can see that. Because it's a different feel. Mm-hmm. Like they're doing something different. But yeah, I don't know. San Francisco, overall, I really enjoyed it. Is there anything else you want to talk about of our trip? Oh, we went to Castro.
Yes, we went to Castro. Went to the gayest shop in Castro. Oh, the gayest shop in the world?
It is called Knobs. Knobs.
Knobs.
Or doorknobs.
No.
It's called Knobs. And there's a sign outside.
They ain't talking about doorknobs.
There's a sign outside. We took a picture.
Yeah.
That says they're the gayest shop.
We took a picture in front of the Castro Theater, which is very historical.
Castro is interesting. It's less flamboyant than I expected.
Than you would expect. Exactly.
It's not a party on the street. Yep. There are normal restaurants.
So I would say this:
regular places on the street.
You do get this feel though. Gay Pride Week. Oh, that motherfucker is lit. I can guarantee you.
Did Stephen Asai go to during Gay Pride Week?
I think so.
Say that?
I guarantee you that place is the littest place you want to be. If that show scene, I guarantee you,
But
Castro is
besides
the
the
place
fact
to
that
be.
the whole entire area, not only the actual street, but the whole area had, like, you know how, like, you know, streets sometimes just have like flags, sometimes it's advertisements, sometimes, you know, like welcome to San Francisco or whatever. All those flags are gay pride flags, like rainbow flags, right?
Even the California flag got a rainbow on it.
But no, but like the street flags, these are the ones that decorate the
like
street.
Yeah.
So they have flags, you know, every few hundred
Feet,
yards
yeah,
or whatever.
whatever, yeah.
Like every few yards there is a flag overhanging, you know, up high, you know, second, third story high. They have that all over, lining the streets. Besides that, and the fact that there's a big sign that says Castro, and if you know Castro is the gay area, San Francisco,
You wouldn't know it was a gay area.
you wouldn't actually know. It's
Nah.
normal. It feels like, to me, it feels like West Alabama.
Did I tell you what happened to me and Stephon?
No, but hold on. You just said his name. Anyway.
Did I tell you what happened to me and Steven?
The area remind me of like West Alabama, you know, Houston, like because that Alabama theater, the old theater that's now like a Trader Joe.
Yes.
Like it feels that way. There's just normal stores.
Like when you're going down Shepherd and you go down and turn that left on the street where that old theater is.
Yeah, there's normal stores that are like selling everyday anything. There are bookstores. The bookstore, the name of the bookstore make you think, oh, okay, that makes sense. But like, and Knobs is very gay. But aside from that, it's very normal. There's bars, there's restaurants, there's stores.
But I'm gonna tell you this though, even though Knobs is super gay, I have some shit that I would like to have
Like
in
those.
my wardrobe.
Like
Well, this is just, I bought these because I wanted a souvenir from the store. But these are my Sour Patch Kid socks. There's Sour Patch Kids on them. I bought those, and I bought some other kind, and then I bought some noodle socks. They have like ramen socks. They have like bowls of ramen on them.
we bought something from them because they were very nice. Because I really needed to go to a
Man,
restroom.
no.
I really
I don't like being that guy in the group that's like, hey, I gotta go pee. Like, I know I should have went back then, but I gotta go now. And you'll never hear me say, hey, I have to go pee. I'll never be the first one to say that. I will never be the first one to say that.
I needed to go pee.
She had to go pee bad.
So-
I knew she had to go pee bad.
I had to go pee, so I went to the front counter to the nice guy.
Nice Asian guy.
Nice Asian guy that I say, I'm sorry, do you have a restroom?
And a
he's
store
like-
that has a
he
sign
says-
out the front that says no public restrooms.
He says, no, we don't have one for public use. And I said, I really need to go. Like, can you like let me? And then he's like, yeah. It's,
She used that
it's
Asian persuasion on his ass.
It's behind that rack. And he tried to describe it. Basically, there's a rack of clothing that is covering the door to the
door is a
restroom
door.
on purpose because
Which,
it's not a public restroom.
I didn't see the door there. Like, to be honest, I did not see that door there.
Yeah,
before he
because there's
pointed
no
it out.
sign to it.
Yeah, I did not
So
see
then
that
he's
door.
like, you know what? Let me just show you. So he pulled the coat rack away and then let me into a restroom. So I pee. I came out. I needed to pee. So she went in and peed. And then, unbeknownst to me, he followed and peed. So
I had to go.
I
bad.
felt bad. I was like, we need to buy something.
I felt bad.
I thought we need to buy something for his brother, but then he's like, he's just gonna buy socks for himself.
It was 3 for $10. I'm gonna give me some sleepy socks.
Is it 10 or 13? 18?
It was 10.
Okay. Anyway, so he bought socks because they're just entertaining socks. They're not gay or straight or anything. They're just caricature. And then Steven ended up buying some, male lingerie.
I tried to get her to buy me some, but she said instead of picking out some for Steven instead of picking out some for me. How about that? What do y'all think about that? Put something in the comments about that. Yeah.
Look, we don't need it.
Anywho, this is like an hour 16.
So you were gonna just finish this with the story of you said what happened to you and Steven at a gay store.
Oh, no, it was just real quick. We were just sitting there. We were talking about, I don't know what I think we were looking at socks. And do y'all remember if that black girl and that black guy that were in there with us?
Okay.
They had the dreadlocks? With the
Kind
dreads?
of.
Yeah. Or braids, dreads, whatever. I think they were dreads. But they were like, hey, we're not from here. They're like, and they were talking to me and him like I think they thought we were together. And they're like,
I can
hey,
see Steven being gay. I don't know.
do
about
you know if there are any more stores like this around here? And I was like, I'm not from here either. Sorry, I can't help you. And they're just like, oh, okay. I was like, what if they think we were together?
Okay. Look, Steven is European.
Hey, I think me and Steven could be a good couple.
Okay. I will be a couple with Sai. I'll be fine.
I'm just saying. Not even that. I'm just saying. I don't see why people wouldn't think I could pull Steven or Steven could pull me.
No.
We're not out of each other's league.
No, I just don't like. He sometimes act goofy that I can see that people would mistake for. But I don't think people can mistake you. I
Why
don't
not?
know because
Gay doesn't have a look, ma'am.
gay doesn't
This is
have a look.
2023.
Gay doesn't have a look, but people when they mistake you for something is usually because of a look.
I was trying on shit. And he was like helping me try on shit.
Okay, they have some cool jackets that were pimping.
And he was like, hey, try this shit on and try this on. And
They
so
have-
I can see why they was
they
like,
have
hey,
some jackets
let's ask
that-
these two gay ass dudes.
I don't think it's gay guy jackets. I just think they're pimp jackets.
They're just, no, not even pimp jackets, rapper jackets. They look like rapper jackets.
They have some
Like
hats
something a rapper would
that
wear.
were definitely rapper hats.
Yeah.
So like there is some like normal everyday clothing. If it wasn't for the fact that we don't have luggage space and that they were not the cheapest.
I
pricing,
keep telling
they
you.
were not expensive. They were just not good quality, but they're not cheap.
I keep telling you, we need to go on vacation. Just check an empty bag in. It's $50. It's $50. We check an empty bag in, and then we just fill that bitch up with bullshit.
I don't mind luggage if we plan for it. The reason why I don't plan for luggage is, first of all, it's easier, so you don't have to lug
I
things
know,
around.
I know.
Especially since we
I
rode
know.
a train from
And
the
you know how
airport.
fucking weird that would be for a dude to just grab an empty ass luggage, like after grabbing heavy luggage, after heavy luggage, he'd be like, "Whoa, shit, that was way lighter than I
I
thought."
have a pack away luggage, a luggage that
That'll
you can
fold.
pack.
Anyway, we're
in
past
another
our time.
luggage.
We should probably let these folks
No,
go.
I'm just saying, like, that's why I packed an extra luggage when we went to Taiwan. Because one of our luggages was a present that we were going to leave in Taiwan. So that way, on our way back, we have extra luggage. I like to not pack so much luggage first so we don't have to go to baggage claim.
Yes, it takes a longer time. Yes.
And we won't lose anything. We don't pay the fee, but also because it stopped us from buying a lot of shit.
Yes.
It's a self-control type of thing.
Preemptive strike. I
Yeah.
got you.
So then we buy small stuff. Do you want to show your cable car
I
before we
don't.
go?
It's stupid.
Why?
I'm joking. I bought a magnet. It's a cable car.
He bought more than one magnet, but one of them is a cable car. It was fun, even though it was not really a reliable transportation because
Nah.
it took a long time to get through.
But the dudes
It
are
was
really
fun.
nice. The guys that drive the cable car are really nice. So they just take pictures
They're
with it
very
afterwards and all
skillful.
kind of shit. And they're really
very,
cool.
very skillful.
But anywho. All right, y'all. Bye, Baos. We need to go.
Bye.
We've been talking way too much. And we love y'all. And we hope we didn't bore y'all too much with our, hey, look at this shit that we did.
We were
podcast.
super excited.
It was
We're
fun.
still on the high.
We don't go too many places. We're poor.
I decided to make food because it reminded me of
She
San
made my
Francisco.
40th birthday very, very special, and I appreciate it. Like, I don't think I've told you that, but that was fucking awesome.
I'm glad you
And I don't want to
enjoyed
tear
it.
up, so bye, Baos. See y'all later.
Bye.
Peace out.